All right, let's work through a simple stoichiometry problem. Our equation that we have here is Na plus F2 yields NaF. We should balance that first. So there's 2 fluorines over here. We'll put a 2 here. That gives you 2 sodiums on the right. We'll put 2 on the left, and it's now balanced. All right, our problem is this. We have 20 grams of sodium, and we want to know how many grams of fluorine are going to be needed to react with that. All right, the way we set that up is we start with the substance that we know. Sometimes we call that what I know, or WIK, which is the 20 grams of sodium right here. We multiply that by a conversion factor for the molar mass. So the way that works is the 1 mole of sodium goes on top. And I'm actually going to write the Na up there. And the molar mass of sodium goes on the bottom. Now we ignore the 2 here, we just look at the molar mass of 1 sodium atom, which is 22.99 grams of sodium. Okay, next comes the mole ratio, and the mole ratio is going to be determined by the coefficients in the equation. Okay, so the thing that I want is going to go on top, and the thing I want is fluorine, and because I have a 1 here, there's 1 mole of fluorine, I literally put 1 mole of fluorine here, and I divide that by what I started with, or what I know, which is the sodium. And there's 2 here, so we're going to put a 2 mole of sodium down below. That's our mole ratio. For every 2 moles of sodium, I'm going to need 1 mole of fluorine. The last step is to convert that back to grams now, and we've canceled out the grams of sodium, we've canceled out the moles of sodium, and we now still have moles of fluorine, which we now want to convert to grams. Now, I looked up the molar mass of fluorine, but there's actually 2 fluorines there because it's F2. So therefore, I'm going to have to multiply that by 2, which is going to be 38.00. Okay, this time the grams goes on top, so it's 38.00 grams of fluorine over 1 mole. Notice how this conversion factor is opposite of this one. Here the moles are on top. Over here the grams are on top. And I'm going to undo that so I don't mess up my equation here. All right, let's keep going. We now cancel out moles of fluorine. That cancels out. And what we're left with is grams of fluorine. Okay, I'm going to plug this in my calculator. The way I'm going to plug it in is 20 divided by 22.99 divided by 2 times 38. The reason I divided by 22.99 and I divided by 2 is because those are on the bottom. I get here 16.53 grams of fluorine. Okay, so that's our answer. Our question was how many grams of fluorine will form. The answer is 16.53 grams of fluorine. Sorry, I said will form. I should have said are needed. 16.53 grams of fluorine are required. Okay, that's simple stoichiometry for you. All we did is we went grams to moles to moles to grams. To do this, we used the molar mass. To do this, we used the mole ratio. And to do this, we used the molar mass again.